Jeezy and
As
Jeannie,
I,
Part
as I
2.
stated, this is part two because I had to go back. So, one thing I wanted to bring up too, that Jeannie stated that she felt gutted. Jeannie, I think, was experiencing anxiety and shock, which are emotions that are associated with abandonment. And God has a special saying about abandonment. He's basically states He'll never leave you and forsake you. This is some things I found about the research, pain, and empathy. Remember, pain is something that you feel from the emotions. It's oxytocin and dopamine that are connected to love. And then when the love is transformed, it becomes cortisol. And cortisol can the belly fat, which is really good to stay active. And she's an active person. I'm an active person. I want you to be an active person. That's another thing that I'm really big on is activity. But God understands the pain of feeling abandoned and is moved by our suffering. So when you cry out to Him, He hear you. And Jeannie be praying. I don't think y'all ever really know that, but she taught her daughter to pray. She pray and she follows Jesus. Okay, unconditional love is something that God gives out. Unconditional love is something that you don't question the person. It's the love a parent gives a child. I raised three. Unconditional love has conditions, but when they're young, you should at least give them the benefit of the doubt because their brains ain't developed. But as they become an adult, you're supposed to know. What is it? How they say it? As a child, you think as a child. As an adult, you think like one. And also about reaching out. God actively reaches out to those who feel abandoned, offering comfort and solace. Um, I don't need any of you naysayers to come on here with that. Listen to me. What he's talking about is the energy. You know how you feel good when you're around somebody because they make you feel good. If you allow God into your heart, that's where He comes at. Because we activate our heart through interacting with people, dating, things we like, taking on hobbies. But you got to guard that heart. Humans are almost like can be remote controlled. But I'm just telling you what I know as an adult. So just remember that. Just remember that, okay? Well, we're going to go on to talk about the couple as they are today. It's going to be quick. Bear with me. This article is January 22nd of 2025. Okay? I'm shooting today on Friday, 24th. Okay? The couple, Jeannie Mae, claims Jeezy still owes her money and possessions as part of the settlement. This reportedly includes a lump sum of $500,000 in an interest-bearing account for Monaco, along with daycare costs. He was also supposed to transfer the titles of a 2021 Range Rover and a 2022 Ford Bronco to Jeannie. He also agreed to pay her rent from May through August from May through August of 2024. Jeannie Mae has tried to resolve these issues with Jeezy's team, but the team stopped responding. Okay. Now about this article. Jeannie showed up to Jeezy's house to collect her belongings. However, she was denied entry. According to the ruling, the judge instructed Jeezy pack Jeannie's Emmy and other trophies, photos, handbags, shoes, and other items in boxes, handbags, and Jeannie had 21 days to be there. Now, Jeezy, I'm just saying it now. This man is like 6 foot. I'm a large lady. This ain't no little man. Jeannie asked the court to modify the court due to him not feeling safe with Jeannie roaming his house. He has a point about something that he said. He said, Jeezy felt that Jeannie had been sabotaging his career with misleading information and trying to plant listening, and he felt that she would come in there trying to put listening devices in his home. Now, that goes back to, remember when she said that he was drinking and all that? Jeannie, babe, I know you was drinking with him. Honey, when I'm with my boo, I drink with him. So nobody has time for that. That is where women go wrong. When you with your guy, it's like having a pet. You don't run your mouth like that. You don't do that. You don't start talking about all the stuff that he let you see. Because he was living his life prior to you, and then you came in, and you should have known this. He said he was the He said he was the snowman. You know he was the snowman. Now you want to tell on that man. That ain't right, Jeannie. But anyway, Jeezy's house manager refused to allow Jeannie Mae into the home. The house manager called Jeezy, who confirmed Jeannie was not allowed in the home. Jeannie and her team was forced to sign an NDA, just like Twitch's wife, forced to sign an NDA. When Jeannie was allowed to enter the garage, the boxes were damaged. The boxes were wet, the personal items were damaged, and many of the awards were broken. And I know that probably made Jeannie go through the roof. Child, she talked about mouse trapped in the article and everything. Oh, man. Jesus had stated, God had put me in a different path, and that path is going to entail for me to take care of myself and to love myself, and I must be in the best situation I can thrive. Jesus said he has been to therapy. He had an interview with Nia Long and talked about it. So we really don't know what he went through in that house. I mean, as an African-American male going into a different culture, that could have played a part in it. But once again, that is who he chose to marry. Because you have to remember, the man usually is the one that does the seeking. That's how it's supposed to be. I mean, biblically speaking, the man is the one supposed to be the hunter. You know, back in the day, he go, I am man with the spear. He got a spear. And he going out there to get the food and bring it back. I'm Tarzan, hear me roar. It's not, I'm Tarzan, hear me roar. So no. Like the roles, they're strict roles. He knew what he was getting into. The question is, what happened? We don't know. But he says, despite this, my love and respect for Jeannie Mae remains, and the time we spent together holds a cherished place in my heart. So, Jeannie said that she is... Hold on. Jeannie has stated that she is not taking anything from 2024 into 2025. She says that her resolution for the new year is to leave 2024 in the proverbial rearview mirror. And I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, to do the same. Move forward. Don't linger. It happened, you grow through it, and you move on from it. The drama they got going on is the drama because they was in love with each other. And it's no different than Shaquana and Lil Ray Ray or Ben and Amy. It's just money. It's the heart. And that's where we have to take into account about guarding our heart. So, I talked about my favorite couple. They one of my favorite couples. So y'all gonna see a lot more of them. Both of them are gorgeous to me. So in my eyes, I feel like they got together and they brought a beautiful child into the world. I don't know how the public sees them. You know, there's been a lot of things like, oh, you know, Jeezy stepping outside of his race and deciding to marry her. That's what he did. But that ain't got nothing to do with us because he's never really with a woman of color. I mean, I don't really see him with him. So, I mean, he got what he wanted, period. So, but I know one thing, she want that $500,000 for that baby. Where is it? Jeezy, where the money at? Where the money at, Jeezy? Jeannie, why you got to pay all that money if you making all that money too? So we got some questions here. So I'm going to sign off. This took 2 videos tonight, guys, because it was deep up in it. But this is Shanice signing off from Heartbreak Hotel. See y'all on Monday. And I'm going to let y'all know who I'm going to do Monday. It won't be a couple. Somebody's on mine.